Okay, so for these first two activities, let's take a look at them. Continuous collect data items into a FIFO array and continuous unload these once the array is full. So what we're going to do is we are going to have some type of push button to allow things to be collected. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have, let's see, I'll go with a full bit here. Okay, I'm going to have the full bit latch itself on, okay, and then I'm going to have my array done bit here, okay. So basically what this is going to do is when my array does get full, it will come true and then it will latch itself on, okay, and I use that for unloading. So continuously collect data. So I guess when I push the PB again, I am going to come here and I'm going to first in, first out, we're going to load up the array. And we're going to be array is what is going to be where we're storing the numbers. Let's go ahead and we'll get those numbers from the HMI. The HMI in. So we're going to be changing the HMI and we'll push the button and then it will take that. And then we want to have a control. So we would have a control here called array, I guess. That's my control. And then we would have a length here of how many numbers do we want to store? We could do like 10, okay? So it's going to store 10 numbers in my file until it gets full, 0, 9, up to there, okay? So then it gets full, and then we want to then start unloading them. So what we would do is we would take this full bit, and then when I push the PB, it not only fills, it is going to unload, right? And it's going to unload my array, and let's send it to the HMI out. So that's where it's going, to the HMI out. And I'll still have my control of array, and my length will be 10. And these two things here will change together. So every time I hit the PB, that's going to go up. Okay, so there we go. That seems like that's going to work. So we would be loading and unloading this array. And then if we wanted to, later on have some manual unload, we could, have a bypass here, but we didn't ask for that. So that's kind of one that's going to fill up. And then once it gets full, it will unload. Next, we're going to continuously collect items to an array, unload those items when a button is pushed and displayed on the HMI. So what would we have to do here? We would have to have another button, basically, to have an unload button. And we could unload these. And if we went unload, and we pushed it and we brought this array, it's 10. If we brought it all the way back down to 0, where then, oh, I'm sorry, this PB won't work right here. Ignore that. We're just going to have our array done doing that. Okay, that it would go all the way down. Then our done bit would go off, and then we'd have to have some way to reset this, and then we could start loading it again. But that's how you would put an unload button in there. So that's what a quick data 1 and data 2.